it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here. We're on episode number 12 of season 3 of The 100, which is called Demons. Yeah, last episode was really, really crazy, especially now that we got The 100 banding together, I guess. Once again, since everyone else at Arcadia has been on the cray-cray, thanks to Ali, because she's a real bitch. And she was in the last episode, especially with her possession of Raven and how she tested everyone. Bellamy, who has, you know, been a bit of a complex character this season, but I think that's benefited him rather than, you know, oh, it's, you know, degressed his character, in my opinion. Yeah, it was testing times for everyone, for Clark, for Octavia, Monty as well. And even though Ali didn't get to Monty, well, she did technically by, you know, getting to her mum's head and, you know, having to, you know, make the choice. So yeah, Ali did, just not in the verbal, you know, smackdown that Ali was giving to everyone else, basically. Yeah, it was very, very testing in the last episode, and I'm really excited to see where things are going now, since Raven has been de-allied. I still think it's, you know, kind of like a lich in D&D, because, like, for me, I do D&D every week, every Saturday and Thursday, on Geek House's channel. And, in my perspective, I'd say about a month ago, we just finished, a story regarding my character being possessed by a lich, which is different. It's not like an AI, but it's like an entity that, you know, is avoiding death and all of that and is up to no good. And it can possess you. It can take over, it can, you know, take control of your thoughts and all of that. And heck, it's even done what Ali has done and made people forget certain things. You know, it's nothing about pain and all of that, but it can alter memories and all of that. So, yeah, and it was absolutely scary because for me, I know I'm deviating a bit, but I'm just saying how, you know, I can imagine how scary it was for the 100, seeing Raven, you know, possessed by Ali, you know, being all of this corrupt and all of that. Because I've been there. I've literally been in Raven's shoes. Even at one point where, you know, my lich form, once the secret was out, because I had to keep it a secret, otherwise it would kill my companions. Yeah, liches are not nice, so never, you know, pick up a lich. Unlike, well, my party broke the phylactery that made sure the lich would get inside me and all of that. But yeah, it's a long story, but basically, yeah, I could understand, and it, you know, was possessing my body and, you know, saying stuff and all of that. So yeah, I can imagine how scary it was for the 100, seeing you know, Raven, you know, be possessed and that, and it was absolutely scary, especially with, like I said, how demonic, which is very, very appropriate for this episode, I guess, considering its title, Raven was being. Like, like I said, there was some Exorcist levels of movements from Raven, even though she was restrained. Yeah, it didn't stop Ali from trying to, you know, break free and get a hold on what this place was, so, you know, the rest of Arcadia could follow and try and get the second Ali, which would be the commander thing, which is a bit of a hot topic for both Grounders and Arcadia, isn't it? So yeah, with reason. But no, I'm really liking this season. It's not been as bad. I mean, we've got like, what, 5 episodes left, including this one. But it's not been as bad as what people have been, like, I've been fearing from certain comments. It's not been, you know, stellar and all of that. There are still a few areas where I'm a bit 50-50 about, like Lexa, and her death, especially, you know, you'll bury your gays trope. That's, I guess, yeah. That, I mean, she was an LGBT character and, they offed her, so yeah. But yeah, I mean, I still feel like she still had a lot of potentially, but, you know, I'm not exactly going to be like, oh, dear writers of the 100, you suck for killing Lexa, piss off and all of that. I think, especially in the last episode and especially this quest, it's made things a bit interesting with Ontari and her, you know, callous ways and all of that. So yeah, I mean, that's just me though. I always like to, you know, look deeper into the story and, you know, try to see the good and all of that. So yeah, But yeah, I mean, I may as well get started with this episode because I'm rambling on so much. But yeah, this is episode number 12. I'm looking forward to checking things out now that, you know, like I said, Raven has been deliched. No, she has been de-allied, and, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where things go. So with that said, let's go.
Guards found him. He was cut into pieces too. He wrote a single word with his own blood.
Where's my pillow? I'm kidding.
The arm that he didn't hack off. Demons.
God damn it, Miller.
Anyway, you know that scraping sound we hear at Alpha Station sometimes?
Oh my god.
Some say that's Fidago's ghost.
I swear to God, if there's a jump scare, I'm going to sue.
Got me. You're hilarious.
Okay, this is not comforting. Oh! That's a grounder. Oh, is it Captain? I'm kidding.
And then I heard rumors of the new Hades handsome sky crew flamekeeper. I knew it had to be
Oh.
you.
This is because of the handsome.
She's one hell of a mark, John. I want it. Kapag? Honunde udon kapag.
Loved one.
Them two.
And there's a chance my mom's still alive.
That depends on the definition of alive.
Yeah, would you say heaven is basically, you know, still keeping people
Eyes
alive?
sharp. Weapons
So that's
hot.
basic. Well,
Almost home.
would you call Set Your Lights heaven?
Miller.
What?
Remember when you told me it gets better?
This is not
I'm
the same thing.
I'm saying this is a nice
It's
parallel.
okay to fall apart a little, Octavia. You loved him.
Oh my god. Yeah.
We're on our way.
I was gonna say, is that Luna? That is. Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh shit!
Words she said over and over again. Blood must have blood.
I was thinking that. No?
Juice drain, juice down.
Yeah, use the command. No? Oh well. It was worth a shot.
No. Go for less literal translation.
It's like the guessing
Shande.
game all of a sudden.
Superius.
Here we go! Here we go!
A superius.
It's just like a switch. But you say it over and over again to...
No.
Ooh.
It's like it's
Okay, it's distorting. Every horror movie knows this is never gonna end well. I'm not creeped out whatsoever. Oh my god. Who is this son of a bitch? Wait. It's Emerson, isn't it? Oh shit, that's... Because isn't that the same gas they used to knock them out? Shit!
she's taken a liking to me.
Oh boy. Fuck her up, Amori.
Who could blame her?
Oh.
What?
Give him the pass because he's cute, isn't it?
In Polis. I had a chance to kill him and I let him go.
Thorny, what's wrong?
You did what you thought was
Raven, are you okay? Where are you?
the
Still in
best.
engineering. We're fine. As of yesterday.
He's gonna be there, isn't he? He's gonna be in this friggin' room.
He wants revenge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. He's going for non-lethal attacks though, isn't he? He's just knocking them over the head, so... Oh, come on, Sinclair! Fuck him up! Oh my god, no. I spoke too soon. Whoa. No, 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 no. Don't kill off Sinclair. Fuck off! You parasite! Fuck! Oh my! No, 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 Sinclair! Don't you do it! Don't you do it!
Raven! Sinclair!
No!
Raven! After me.
No! Fuck's sake!
You're too late. You're out of your mind if you think I'm letting you do this alone.
Bellamy,
Oh.
this is my fault.
Come on, Bellamy!
I'm not letting anyone else die for my mistake. Okay, so take it.
You through? I don't know what happened between you and Emerson in Polis, but I do know that letting him kill you here today is a stupid plan.
He's gonna be by his side, cause...
Better one.
Distract him. I shoot him.
My god, I just love these two so much.
Obviously, you should kill him right now for insulting you.
Just as you told me, you would be unable to perform the ascension ritual, even if you had the flame.
What the... Oh, Imori... God's sake!
Nothing this man says is the truth. Okay, you can't believe.
Oh no, and now he's getting to... For God's sake, I don't like... Jaha, I don't... No, no! God damn it, Jaha! Now put Murphy in the shit!
Without the wisdom of the commander's spirit, your people will soon figure that out.
Oh lordy, this is gonna be fun.
Even more powerful than the flame.
No!
Legacy. All you have to do is swallow it.
Don't, Ontari, don't be... Oh, well, you're gonna be... I mean, it's similar to the key anyways.
Put your hands behind your head.
Oh my god, no. Piss... I hate him! I absolutely hate his guts. No, 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 no.
Oxygen venting.
I freaking... No. Your people shouldn't have been parasites in the first place. Go on, Clark! Rip his neck open! This bastard needs to drop after Sinclair and this. Then he... I'm gonna... No, I'm pissed off with him.
Last words for your friends.
Yeah. Ascende Superior.
Oh, yes! Oh shit! And to quote in Jegor, that is why you want to be Nightblood compatible, to paraphrase it. Oh my god! You deserve this shit. He didn't deserve this shit at all. He has that guilt so much. And I don't... You can see it on his face, like he's...
You know me well. I'm in.
I'm loving Jasper's story this... Damn, this... Oh, I'm just saying that Monty just turned it. Oh my god.
It's time.
time to fill the City of Light.
No, get a virus. Malware. I don't give a shit. Oh, boy. First Arcadia, now Polis. Everything's going to shit. But Emerson's dead, so that's great. So yeah, if this show could just stop hurting me, that would be great. Honestly, that would be great at this point, because, like, I don't know how much more I can take. I mean, it just sucks. It sucks. We've lost Lexa, we've lost Lincoln, Sinclair's now joined the list. It hurts. Especially since, you know, we are losing characters that, you know, we've just, yeah, you know, I mean, it's okay. I'm not, you know, complaining about the fact that, you know, oh, they're being developed and all that development that's gone and all of that. But, like, I don't know. Compared to the last two seasons, it's like as if this was the last season of Game of Thrones or whatever, because, like, you expect with Game of Thrones season, the final season, they're going to kill off a prolifera of main characters. Not that, you know, I guess Sinclair was the main character, but that's the really, really great thing about his character. Like, he wasn't a main character, he wasn't, like, on the level of Jaha, Abby, etc., but he was there, and he contributed really, really well to the show. I guess Lincoln as well can count for that. Considering, you know, he wasn't on that level, but he was like a distinguishable grounder, I guess. Yeah. But, you know, they are doing, like, this season especially is doing a really, really, you know, they're on a spree in terms of killing off characters we've associated with, we've connected with, and, you know, I don't know if season 4 is going to introduce a whole bunch of, you know, new standing characters and all of that. And that's why they want to, you know, get rid of Sinclair. They want to get rid of, Lincoln. So they, you know, so it doesn't become too tight. Because the great thing about this show is that, you know, they handle even the smaller characters superbly. Like Harper, Miller, we saw that first scene, and it's so great, like, you know, they're not just in the background, like, hi, every once in a while. Yeah, they've got some development as well, like, the whole Miller, and, you know, Brian situation when, you know, Pike was, I guess, still living the luxury, and all of that. Like, it wasn't the most fascinating story, but it gives a little bit of development, like, oh, you know, there's two LGBT characters, and, oh, we've got a nice plot going on where, you know, one of them has to, you know, basically keep an eye on their partner, because they're on the crazy juice with Pike and all of that. So, yeah. Like, they do not stand out as much as Bellamy and Clark and all of them, but they have really, really great stories, and they've done that all throughout season, like all throughout the seasons of the 100. Like, I kind of had an idea when we started off, like with the first few episodes, who, you know, were going to be the juice on the meat in terms of the characters, like who would be the, you know, the big stars, I guess, Clark and Bellamy, Finn, yeah, it was just really, really great stuff to see. Octavia, I don't think was there yet, but, you know, we still got a lot of development, with season 1, and she's grown since then. Like, we got a really, really great development when she was still like a smallish character, I guess. That's how I felt, like, going through season 1. Like, we still got a bit of development there with episode 6 when we, you know, got to find out a bit more about her, and, you know, that development grew and all of that. And I don't know, I kind of like the idea that, you know, they are giving different levels, I guess, of development. Like Sinclair, for example. He's, like I said, he's not on the level of Jaha, Kane, Abby, even with season 1. He was there, but, you know, he still contributed a big amount to the show where, you know, you're not gonna, you know, forget about him and all of that. But, you know, they have different levels, which I'm okay with. It just sucks that we're losing so many great characters, and, yeah, it is like the final season. Like I said, I don't know if, we're getting in, like, end of season, 3, like, we're gonna be introduced to a new civilization or whatever. Or, I have no idea, because, that's what I'm just thinking, like, are they getting rid of, like, so many characters so we don't, have an issue with, because, like I said, this show does a really, really great job at developing even the smaller characters. And you have that feeling that, like, if you're going to introduce a new set of characters who are going to, like, be a long-standing addition to the show, you're going to be cramped for space in terms of expanding certain stories, like certain dialogues. Otherwise, what's the point of them being there, I guess. So that's my thought. And it just sucks because, this season especially has killed off a lot of characters, and with 4 episodes left to go, and only 1 episode, I think, out of the past few? No, even the last episode. I mean, she wasn't, a character we were rooting for, but Hannah, it's still, but it's gonna be very, very great to see, how that develops for Monty's story, I guess, at the end of the day, too. But all of these past, 5 several episodes or whatever, they have introduced some really, really shocking depths from Lexa, from big characters like Lexa, I guess, to, even characters who are not as, majorly involved, but like I said, you still have that passion, for them, like, you will never forget their faces and all of that, like Sinclair. It's just really, really sucks, doesn't it? So, yeah, I mean, we're losing these characters, and it's sad to see, so. And like I said, there's 4 episodes left. There could be casualties regarding the City of Light. Could Jaha die? I don't know. I don't know about Imori, but, I don't know who's more likely, because, you have these, I don't think they're gonna kill off Clark or Bellamy and all of that, because they seem to be like pillars, and it's not like Doctor Who where, it's okay to replace the actor and all of that. Like, I feel like the show would miss a big present, especially since, how one needs the other, and vice versa. And I would be surprised if they actually killed off Octavia, for example. I don't know. I'm trying to think, because I don't think we're done. We're nowhere near done in terms of, casualties regarding, characters. Because like I said, these past 5 several episodes, we've lost characters who we've grown accustomed to, and I don't think we're out of the woods yet. Especially if the season finale comes around and it's something similar to, like, the last 2 seasons, where we had a mass culling, I guess, and we lost, or presumably lost, characters, because in season 1 we presumably lost Finn and Bellamy, and in season 2 we lost Maya, and there were repercussions from Clark's actions, which we'll get to in a minute, because that season finale in season 2 played big roles in this episode, as we've just explored. And you just worry, especially with the, the ride that this season is going on. You don't know who's next. That's why I'm thinking Jaha, considering he, is close to Ali. Like, he could, potentially he could do something foolish and, sacrifice his life in order for Ali or something like that. Cause Ali's gotta be taken down. And, where is Jaha gonna go from this? Because this will be the first time, he's clicked to normality since, I guess, he, before he went to Murphy and all of them with the whole City of Light situation. So, what's going to happen to him? Kane, I'm a bit worried about, especially, because I don't think Pike is going to be like, he's taken care of and that's it for good. I still expect him to cause some kind of shit, because this is Pike at the end of the day. He causes shit all the time, so it's not that simple. Life is never that simple, people, so yeah. I don't know. I don't know at this point. And, I could sit here and speculate who could potentially die all day long, because like I said, I'm a bit worried, especially with the roller coaster ride this season has been on in terms of the death department, that, we're not out of the woods yet with, like 4 episodes left to go. So, yeah. But yeah, this was a really, really great episode anyways. Very horror-esque, wasn't it? Like, I don't know if this was broadcasted on Halloween or something like that, but there was quite a few, you know, horror-esque tropes in this episode, like, the ghost story at the beginning, which was hilarious, and, predictably, you know, 2 people go off, Harper's all alone, something was gonna happen, and then Emerson shows up, you know, with that jump scare, which was another horror trope. I guess the ghost town, like, oh, this is really, really eerie, like, a packed place which is now deserted. I'm not sure if there was a bit of mist, but it kind of looked like it, so there we go. But anyways, the whole emptiness of Arcadia was very alien and, you know, very horror-esque. And then, you know, the creepy music, the cliche music where, like, the creepy cliche, but that's not the first time the 100 has, you know, used, you know, music in a really, really dark area before, you know, something bad happens, because we had, when Lincoln was a Reaper, yeah. And, you know, we had that music, didn't we? That, yeah, we had that music when Octavia and Bellamy were in, you know, the Mount Weathers, Jeep area. So, yeah. But no, in terms of the horror tropes that we've seen in this episode, it kind of fits, doesn't it? So, yeah. Especially, I think it was the Jack in the Box theme. So, yeah. And then it got distorted before Emerson attacked. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling before the face reveal, cause, it took a bit to click on, but I suddenly noticed I saw that before in the finale of season 1, which was the Mount Weather gas things when they took everyone to Mount Weather. And yeah, it was revealed to be Emerson. I have a feeling that he coincidentally bumped into Harper Miller and Brian, considering, you know, he was let go from being executed. So, I have a feeling, you know, kind of like, yeah, kind of like how Murphy bumped into the Grounders and all of that. I guess, like, a nice little coincidence to help advance the plot, like, in terms of, you know, Emerson's plot, I guess, with this, he bumped into Harper Miller and Brian. And, you know, basically, we come to Arcadia as well. So, yeah, I really, really loved how, I mean, it was satisfactory, don't get me wrong, and I absolutely despise what he did to Sinclair. That was a low blow. And Emerson's a right bitch anyways. So, yeah. But, you know, it was still very, very great to see, you know, his story come full circle and all of that, especially with, you know, the plot he tried to do. Like, I had a feeling he was going to make Clark, like, it was a bit predictable, like, he was gathering everyone, but left Clark. Like, as soon as, you know, Clark was left alone and he took Monty and everyone else was apprehended, I kind of had a feeling where this was going to go, because revenge is a dish best served cold, isn't it? So, and we know Emerson is not, like the last time we saw him, he was not particularly pleased seeing Clark again, was he? Because he was full of rage, and everything, and, yeah, I mean, like I said, it was predictable, like, especially when, you know, Clark was all, like, he let go of Clark and Monty, was taken, that, you know, he was going to make Clark watch everyone suffer. Like, she gassed the whole of Mount Weathers, level 5, didn't she? So, yeah, you kind of had a feeling they were going to, you know, that, oh, karma, isn't it? But, Karma reached Emerson for what he did to Sinclair. Like, good riddance. And it was brutal as well. It was a very, very horrific death, which was all the more glorious. Like I said, Sinclair is a low blow. So, he deserved that. And, it kind of reminds me of, like a scenario in the show that I watched, but, we got to see the effects of, you know, what happens if you put the chip inside someone who's not blood compatible. So, yeah, it's a good job that Raven didn't, you know, have that thing, like, get any closer, because that would have been a grim death. Like, her eyes would have been flowing and all of that. And yeah, like I said, it was really, really great to see, you know, to see everything just go down in terms of like, the fulfillment of, Emerson's story. Which was another, horror trope, like one by one, isn't it? Like a masked, not just that, but a masked individual, a masked antagonist, like your Jason Voorhees or your Michael Myers and all of that. So yeah, I have a feeling this episode was released on Halloween. Like it's a Halloween episode, but it's not like too gimmicky. So yeah, I loved the Jasper Octavia parallel as well when, you know, Octavia went into Lincoln's room and, you know, found the book. So they would get to know where to go to get to Luna. Because that's pivotal now. Like, if, like, Luna might not be the friendliest of faces. Just watch. Luna is, like, the most politest person ever. Like, hello, how are you doing? Hi. Awesome. Like, if Luna is gonna, like, this is the thing though, Luna is necessary, no matter what, so they've gotta make best impressions when they get to Luna, so, yeah. But, yeah, like I said, I loved the Jasper and, Octavia parallel, because I was just thinking when Octavia broke down and Jasper was there, it was like when, you know, Jasper broke down in episode 2 of this season and Octavia was there, so I was expecting some kind of hug and something similar to what, you know, Octavia said. So, yeah, but there are differences in Octavia's, you know, hardened warrior-like character to Jasper, who, you know, there's just tragedy surrounding him, so yeah. But I'm just loving how his story has just, you know, progressed this season. And my heart did break a little bit when, you know, Monty gave Jasper the cold shoulder when they were saying their goodbyes. And that makes me worried that something's gonna happen. Like, we're talking about deaths, like there's 4 episodes to go. What if Monty or Jasper dies somehow? Like, one of the pair, and then the other has those unresolved feelings, and they have guilt that they could never make amends, never have, like, things be the way they were. So I'm just freaking worried right now that something's gonna happen. Yeah, we also had, what happened to Polis. I might get on with, cause this is going on for quite a while, this recap, but no, I've got a bit to say as well. But, I mean, I loved what we saw with Polis and, you know, Jaha now, well, Ali now, she's took Arcadia, now she's taken Polis, which is daunting. And I don't know what's gonna be even worse, like Ontari before she took the pill, or, the chip, or Ontari now that she's influenced by Ali, because both are levels of crazy. But I really, really loved Emori's return, and, you know, how, you know, her and Murphy, had that, you know, relationship. It was really, really great. Like I said, I shipped them. But, you know, Emori once again betraying Murphy. Although this wasn't her, this was Ali. But it was a nice seduction because nobody could see it coming. And not even us until, you know, until, you know, Emori was with Jaha. We were thinking, you know, how does, you know, Jaha have all of this information? And then we found out that Emori was, I'm just fixing this up there. No, don't fall. You're giving me light. Oh well. It actually looks decent, so yeah. Anyways, I digress. Yeah, it was, like, we didn't know how Emori, like how Jaha knew of this, all of this information, and then Emori was there, and it was like, damn it, again, but not again in a sense, so yeah. And then we saw, you know, Ali on the throne, so, ugh. Although I will say, there is one intriguing thing about this whole thing that now Ali has control of Arcadia and Polis. It's the fact that we're going to see the Arcadians and Grounders be united, because that's the thing we kind of wanted through the season, like, oh, no hostility between the two parties, please. And we kind of had this frustration of war, especially with Pike taking charge, and now we've got to see the Grounders and Arcadians united under the worst possible way, because Ali just needs to get virused or something like that. So yeah, it seems like they're going to be reconciled, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see what's going to happen. I assume the Grounders are going to be a bit more cleaned up as well when we go into the City of Lights. who knows? But, because it's gonna be so eerie, isn't it? Like, to see, you know, Arcadians and Grounders, like the Grounders especially, considering that, you know, they're more hardened and they're not really the, you know, friendliest of people. Like, they're not going to be like, hey, how do you do? That's what they're going to be like in the City of Lights, though. That's the thing that I'm saying. Like, they're going to be all bliss and all of that, because pain is irrelevant in the City of Lights, isn't it? So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was really, really great of an episode. I love, you know, Bellamy and Bellark, as I usually do. I mean, they are really, really, you know, great when they're together, as they were in this episode. But, I mean, one of the main things that I do have against Clark is the fact that she always, you know, kicks herself down. Like, you know, she never gives herself enough credit, in my opinion. And I think, like, she has been a fantastic character in my eyes, but she always kicks herself down. But then again, that could be down to her low self-esteem and all of that. Like, I know I do it all the time, so, yeah, but, you know, I'm not the one that's, like, in a world where, you know, the apocalypse has happened and all of that. I'm just an average guy, I guess, at the end of the day. I've got no special skills like, you know, Clark does. Like, Clark was just on it, like, today. Like, and when everyone was, you know, tied up and there was no hope for anyone to be free or anyone to stop Emerson, Clark's resiliency, you know, paid into favor, and it just shows that Clark is not to be messed with. So, you know, she doesn't, you know, I mean, like I said, self-esteem, you know, sometimes can't help it. I can't help it. I always see myself in a negative light, and, it'll be rare if I compliment myself and all of that, but, I mean, that's what I think, because we know it through the show that Clark's a fantastic leader, that, you know, Clark's a really, really great fighter and all of that, and, you know, she has a really, really great mind, she comes up with some really, really great ideas, but we saw her in this episode when everyone, like, with what happened with Sinclair and everyone being taken, she was, you know, berating herself and all of that. So, yeah. But yeah, I really, really liked this episode. And I liked what happened to Emerson. Rotten hell. Please. And I guess that's all of Mount Weather gone, really, considering he was the last of his kind, to quote. And, you know, he died in the most fantastic way because we got to see what the effects were if, you know, you had the chip inside you, the Ali 2 chip, and you were not Nightblood compatible. So, yeah, thanks for being the guinea pig, Emerson. May you rot in hell. No, but I loved it, and I can't wait to see what happens now as the team will now ascend to Luna. Oi, 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 this is going to be fun. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!